My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. This breakdown is brought to you by Premium Membership. Premium Membership brings you all sorts of betting and fantasy tools to help you make money. Things like exclusive 2, 3, and 4 leg parlays, betting calculators, parlay calculators, daily fantasy ownership projections, fighter salary rankings, and so much more. Check it out now at WeWantPicks.com. Scroll to the top and click Become a Member. And don't forget, we are giving away $50. All you need to do is go to WeWantPicks.com/bets, sign up with any one of our betting partners, make a deposit, and we send you $50 as a thank you. That's WeWantPicks.com/bets. Sign up, make a deposit, we send you $50. Next up, at UFC 277, we have the main card opener. We got Magomed Ankalaev taking on Anthony Smith. Magomed Ankalaev is 17-1 overall, 5-0 in his last 5, and he's coming off a very uneventful win over Thiago Santos. Anthony Smith is 36-16 overall, 3-2 in his last 5, riding a 3-fight win streak and coming off the first-round submission over Ryan Spann. Magomed Ankalaev is a long kickboxer who uses range well and has devastating kicks. He'll throw kicks right up the middle, almost like what Anderson Silva did when he knocked out Vitor Belfort. He's got power in both of his hands and his feet. He's very versatile. If he gets in trouble striking, he does have a wrestling backup plan, and he averages a little more than 1 takedown per fight. He took down Thiago Santos in that last fight, Volkan Ozdemir before that, and Nikita Krylov 3 times in the fight before that. He's got 1 single loss, and that was a literal last-second submission to Paul Craig in his UFC debut. Literally, there was 1 second left in the entire fight, not just the round, the whole fight. And he was going to win, and then tap, tap. 1 more second, that's a win and not a loss. Anthony Smith has found himself on a nice 3-fight win streak after a 2-fight skid in 2020. He's a pretty well-rounded striker with fantastic hands and his own solid kicks. We know he's very good at jiu-jitsu with submission wins over Ryan Spann, Devin Clark, and even Alexander Gustafsson when Alexander Gustafsson was very good. He doesn't have much to offer in the wrestling department, though. He's got a low 48% takedown accuracy. He is incredibly tough, arguably too tough for his own good. We saw Glover literally knock the teeth out of his face, and he just picked him up, handed him to the referee, and just continued on taking his beating. Ankalaev was the biggest favorite on the card before they dropped the Michael Morales line, but he's a very big favorite on this card, and I totally understand why. It's striker versus striker, and on the surface, Ankalaev is the much more technical and more dangerous striker. If we move past the striking, we go to the grappling, Ankalaev's the better wrestler as well, with 7 takedowns in the UFC and an 85% takedown defense. Anthony Smith is probably the better pure BJJ guy, but unless he manages to rock Ankalaev first, like he did with Ryan Spann, I don't see him getting a submission. So Ankalaev is the clear pick, and I think a very safe parlay piece. What do you think, Jekka Lutz?
Yeah, it should be pretty safe. I think it's mostly a kickboxing match. And as you mentioned, the toughness of Anthony Smith is really going to be his asset in this fight, because he is, between the two of them, he is the one that has faced adversity and come back, right? He got the shit beat out of him, I think, in back-to-back fights, and now has won 3 fights in a row. And even in that Ryan Spann fight, had some adversity. If you're Anthony Smith in this matchup, obviously you just can't stand in front of the guy, which unfortunately is something that Anthony Smith tends to do at times, is just kind of stand and kind of wait, because Ankalaev is a guy that just kind of wants to stalk you and wants to counter. He's not a go first, throw wild punches type of guy. He will stalk you and wait for you to do your thing, and then he will counter beautifully. If you're Anthony Smith in this matchup, you have to kind of do the Jing Lang approach, where you just have to keep feinting and do wild shit, because Jing Lang is one of those guys just pumping stuff out there, moving, and you got to try and draw the big shots out of Ankalaev before you throw your shots, because if he's waiting for your counters, he's going to counter beautifully. You got to throw the feints, wait for him, and try to bait him into that one shot, because you probably want to get one opportunity. And I'm not going to do the Eminem thing, but
when you said that, I heard like dun, dun,
you're probably only going to get one shot, and you got to draw that. You got to have that feint ready, and when he throws, you got to sit on a punch, man. You're not going to beat him over 3 rounds in a kickboxing match. You got to take a chance in this. You got to feint feint. And the second that he was overextended, you got to throw, and you got to throw hard. And he did that perfectly against Ryan Spann. He got Ryan Spann to overcommit on that one shot, and he had a step back counter that was beautiful. He stepped back off the cage and hit Ryan Spann with that left counter that was beautiful. If he can find that same thing versus Ankalaev, he could have some success, but it's Ankalaev, man. He's so technical that I just don't see any path to victory for Anthony Smith except for one that I outlined. And I don't see it happening. But Anthony Smith is tough they come, man. So if something wild happens here, I wouldn't be surprised. He seems like he's on a rise, 3-fight winning streak. I'm going to be rooting for him 100%. I'm a big Lionheart dude. I'm a big Anthony Smith guy. I picked him against John Jones. The guy should have taken that. I mean, he should have taken that win. That was an illegal knee. And hats off to him, I guess, for not taking the belt. But should have taken that belt, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan.
You gotta get
I
your
mean,
money.
he probably should have, because then you would have set him up for a rematch. He would have gotten paid.
You gotta get your money, man.
Nobody would have respected him.
Nobody cares at this point. I mean, but nobody cares at this point.
they'd
Everyone's
remember.
like, "Oh yeah, remember?" I
A
don't.
former light heavyweight champion. People remember.
I mean, look at Aljo. Aljo did it, and he's on top of the world.
Yeah, but that was very, very different. Yeah, that was like a very bad knee. And the guy got massacred for 2 years before he finally earned it legitimately. Anyway, Ankalaev, $9,400 in DraftKings. I'm probably going to do that. I don't know what my lineup's going to look like if I have Ankalaev and Michael Morales, but I think either one of those guys, very solid plays in DraftKings. You agree?
Yeah, he's probably a good play.
I said he's already a safe parlay piece. I've got a bunch of parlays going. I've got those on premium membership. Go to weonpicks.com, scroll to the top, click become a member. You'll see those parlays, and I had that early in the week before some of these lines move. So stay in touch with the early bets because lines do move. Monkey Knife Fight strike line 88-51. What do you think about that? Right when you took a drink, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I don't know if I love the 88 for Ankalaev because he's not a high volume guy. He's just kind of platform, like I said, it's more of a counter puncher. So it's probably a less maybe? I don't know.
I think it's a less
51's
more.
a little low. Yeah,
51 is low. And Anthony Smith likes leg kicks. I think it is a less more type fight. If you want to check that out, weonpicks.com/MKF. You sign up, you make a deposit. They'll instantly match that deposit. And if you go to weonpicks.com/bets, sign up with any one of our betting partners, make a deposit with them, I will send you $50 as a thank you.